Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from whatever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, we are all aware that there are police officers who raided a home belonging to Uhuru Kenyatta's son without explaining why they're going to that home, what they are looking for. But then Uhuru arrived, and when Uhuru arrived, he issued a statement because already the press was ready in that home. And after Uhuru issuing the statement, we have seen the government being exposed on how they are operating, because even now it's emerging that the cars that these police officers were using did not have Kenyan number plates. It was South Sudan plates. So you wonder, these guys want to bring a fight between Kenya and Sudan, or why are they trying to use another country's number plates while doing their own operation here in Kenya? Because you would find those cars are Kenyan cars, not even from Sudan, but they just take some Sudan numbers and put on it. Anything can happen because they are the government. Now, Kithure Kindiki has responded, and in his response, he's trying to bring in a discussion about terrorism and instability on a government. That response, I'm telling you, it is heading something. But these are some of the reaction from Uhuru. This is what he's telling these people. I have been quiet, but being quiet does not mean I will not defend my family. I will defend my family to the end. I defended Kenya and I did my best for this country. Now, coming to the issue of the family, this is what he's saying. They should tell me what they want with my children. They have removed their security. Now they want to remove their personal weapon. Are they doing that because they are planning something? If they are planning something, my only plea is don't plan against my mother and my children. Plan for me. If it's me they want. And by the way, in this reaction about the family, it's like William Ruto is always, when he speaks, it is always a kind of reverse psychology. For those who remember during campaign time, from nowhere he was speaking about Uhuru Kenyatta and bringing in the issue of his family, that don't touch on my children. He was bringing a kind of discussion like Uhuru is targeting his children, that they want to execute his children. It was a kind of such talk. But going by what happened yesterday to Jomo Kenyatta, the son to Uhuru Kenyatta, it confirms the opposite of what he was talking about. So indeed we are seeing William Ruto was the person who was planning to deal with the Uhuru Kenyatta family. So he was telling him that in case I become the president, I will deal with your children. And this is what is happening exactly.
Sasa eti wewe sasa unaanza kunithreaten mimi, ati utanifanya nini? Bora usiue watoto wangu, lakini mimi na wewe tafadhali tuheshimiane.
And on the issue of Kenyans, this is what Uhuru Kenyatta is now telling William Ruto. Why doesn't the government deal with the issue and the concern Kenyans are raising? That's what they should be dealing with. Not looking for scapegoat. When I was in power, I was dealing with the issues Kenyans were raising. There are no new things. There are no new things. That's Uhuru Kenyatta. So it is very clear. Uhuru is confirming here that you want to look for scapegoat. You bring a blame on me. Deal with the issue that Kenyans are raising directly. Don't bring me on this issue. And indeed it's true. People are on the street demonstrating. But we know people are hungry, that's why they are on the street. If you call people to demonstrate, they will come in their numbers because already they are fed up, they are hungry completely. So when you try to say that it is Uhuru who is funding, even Mandamano need to be funded today really. What you need to fund is William Ruto's function. If you go somewhere, you have to pay people to attend because everyone is pissed off with William Ruto completely. So if he has to go anywhere, you have to fund that function so that it will have people. But with mass action, the majority of Kenyans who are angry with Ruto, they will come in their numbers. You don't need to pay them anything, they will come. So deal with the issues that Kenyans are raising, stop bringing in Uhuru Kenyatta or the family into this issue. Because all we are seeing here is a kind of intimidation so that people will focus on wrong thing and think that, so it's the Kenyatta family that is bringing all these issues. It's the opposite. So Uhuru is saying, wachana na mimi, wewe deal na Wakenya, fana vile wanataka. But we have seen the response from Kithure Kindiki, which is showing the fear in government. These people have been caught red-handed, and now they're looking for scapegoat, also bring in other issues of, is a kind of trying to put a blame where it does not belong, and bring issues that are not even existing to look like indeed there is a serious issue here. They are getting a mountain from nowhere on a small issue, and we want to look into that. But just a quick request for those who are watching and you have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing. To our returning subscribers, I must say thank you so much, and again to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to this discussion. Now, Kithure Kindiki has issued a 3-page response, and imagine they're responding to one individual, Uhuru Kenyatta. So there's Republic of Kenya, Ministry of the Interior and National Administration for immediate release, Harambee House, Nairobi, July 21st, 2023. This is Kithure Kindiki. Security intelligence information has established that some of the weapons, including firearm and crude weapons, which have been used to fuel violence during violent riots that have been experienced in the country in the past few weeks, are supplied by a wide network of civilian firearm holders and leaders of non-criminal gangs. Now, with that one alone, Uhuru had talked about the issue of firearms, licensed firearms, that his family is holding, like his son. He has a licensed firearm. That one is very clear from Uhuru in that statement. Now, Kithure Kindiki is bringing in of firearms, licensed firearms, being used by gangs, you see, to cause violence during violent riot. See the discussion is bringing here. So he wants to create a narrative that these leaders have licensed firearms, and during mass action, they are giving out for that to use to deal with the people who are demonstrating and the police officers. We know very well, and even the international community has said, that police officers are killing Kenyans. So you cannot change and say that it is the leaders in opposition who are giving their firearm to kill Kenyans. We know people are killing Kenyans. So you cannot change this narrative to bring in another thing. They are looking for a scapegoat. Police have to answer the issue of brutality during mass action. You cannot change this narrative. It will not sell. That's what they are trying to bring here. And with all this, you would think, you see, they want to create something look like someone want to overturn the government. Because now, in mass action, it is supposed to be peaceful and unarmed. People who are demonstrating, they are unarmed. But we have seen police killing Kenyans. You cannot change this to say that they... And we have seen police in civilian, plain cloth. Wamevaa mpaka na mask. Wamejifunga mpaka, yani ni kama wanajificha their identity, you cannot see them. Hata hii imefanyika mpaka kwa judiciary. Jamaa wanakuja pale in civilian with mask. You can't identify them. All this is operation of police officers who have killed Kenyans. Today, Kithure Kindiki want to shift this issue to leaders somewhere. That tells you one thing. This is a plan to start so that they can bring a narrative where now they will be looking into starting to arrest maybe Uhuru Kenyatta's children. You got Raila Odinga's children, then you will come for Uhuru, Raila. My friend, this one, you are going into something that even I don't know how to explain here. For you to go for Raila Odinga, you have to ask yourself a question. How many votes did Raila Odinga gain during election? How many? And how many votes did Ruto got? What was the difference? Raila has more than half of this country. Hata tukienda na hizo figures za Chebukati na Kamagos of this world. You cannot try that direction. Maybe you want to ban Kenya, as simple as that. Even if you brand him as a terrorist or leaders who are, leaders who are conducting terrorism or who are supporting the act of terrorism, that narrative will never sell. It won't sell. And that's what they are looking for. So that they found a reason to start arresting these leaders. And Uhuru has been very clear. You come for me if you want me. Leave my family alone. Leave my family out of this. So let them go for Uhuru Kenyatta, so that it will be seen wameendea Uhuru Kenyatta. Then from there, Uhuru will defend himself as a politician and a retired president. Na support yake itakuwa pale. Number 2 is what he's saying. The civilian firearm and the cruel weapons are credibly suspected to have been used to harm law enforcement persons and civilians, like during the violence that has been experienced recently. Wacheni ujinga. Tumeona polisi wakiua watu. Hatujaona wananchi wa kawaida akiua watu. Hatujaona polisi mwenye ameuawa na wananchi. This rubbish is not selling. While the police have intensified their crackdown on the criminal gang leaders. So who is the criminal gang leaders? Raila, Kalonzo, Martha Karua, Uhuru, Mama Ngina Kenyatta. A big joke. Who have been commanding criminal to raid terror on the public. The law enforcement agencies have rolled out a nationwide operation pursuant to their mandate of regretting control and management of civilian fireholders to ensure that those licensed to possess weapons abide by the relevant laws. Kithure Kindiki, a whole professor of law, not just a professor, but professor of law. This government is heading to a wrong direction. If you listen to the narrative he's bringing here, everyone knows these people have been exposed even in international, and we did it yesterday. They are talking about police brutality during mass action. They are talking about the reason why Kenyans are on the road, and it is very clear. You can't change the narrative. Branding Uhuru Kenyatta as a man who is funding terrorism, mwanza kuarrest Maina Njenga, mleta Raila Odinga hapa na watu wengine. My friend, Kenyans know their problems. This narrative is old. It can't sell. It's unfashionable. On 19th July 2023, a prime suspect was arrested while preparing to distribute a large number of cruel weapons. Wacha tusikia hapa kama kulikuwa na bunduki, pistol kama nini. To facilitate criminal to inflict violence on public during the last 3 days of violent protest. Yani wanasema violent protest. The suspect was found in possession of 14 machetes, 24 swords, 46 rungus, and over 300 sachets of assorted narcotic drugs, including cannabis sativa and cocaine. Also found with him were documents described the distribution of 42 million shillings across 14 counties in Nairobi, Central and Rift Valley region. The issue of money now is coming in here. You know, with all this, wanaenda kutafuta firearm. He has not mentioned any firearm here. Look at that. We saw on social media videos circulating of individuals talking about William Ruto in Kikuyu as their leader, Gachagua, and they are saying that they want to protect the properties and the country, as if we don't have law enforcement officers. Those who are paid goons by the government side. So you government, don't bring your goons to Raila, Uhuru or anyone. Carry your own burden. Take responsibility from your own goons. We saw videos they have circulated. Mliwapea panga, mkawapea mipini. Really, you can't shift. It cannot sell. This blame cannot sell. Today afternoon, an operation has been going on targeting 3 homesteads within the current area, where a total of 23 firearms, some of which are suspected to have been used in the illegal activity are kept. Look at that. Today, operation is part of the broad operation targeting across the firearm holders who are reasonably suspected to have been availing firearm not only for the purpose of supporting violent protest, but also other illegal activities. Come again. This story is going on and on, but it tells you that this is someone who's looking for somewhere to place a blame. They have been caught red-handed. Uhuru has told them openly, come for me. If the issue of firearm, you come for me. And again, Kenyans should tell them, if you think Raila is a criminal, go for Raila Odinga. Then from there, people are now going to react. Simple. Watu wanaangalia how deep is the water. Endeleeni kuangalia. Sisi haja yetu ni njaa. Leave Uhuru Kenyatta and the family alone. Wachaneni na Raila Odinga dealing with the issue of cost of living. Period. These other narratives. Mmeua Wakenya, mnataka kushift hii game, mwanza kusema ni nani? Hiyo mambo tunajua nyinyi ndio mmeua watu. Polisi wameua watu. Sasa hizi ndende nyalendo muone vile wanapiga watu kama nyoka. I have the videos, very dangerous videos. So sad. You people, you are killing Kenyans, then you want to put a blame where it can't sell. We know you